And we have to talk about this. Pat Surtain to the Steelers. Now, around the internet, around the Steeler Nation world, everyone's talking about go and get that cornerback to fill that hole that is in the secondary. Now, Levi Wallace and Pat Peterson haven't played the best. And if a trade does happen, it would be awesome. But I don't think it's going to happen. And here's why. So let's look into a few tweets I found on the internet. It's from Blitzberg says here, Albert Breer confirms that Patrick Surtain II will indeed be on the trade block. The Broncos are going to listen to trade inquiries on Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Garrett Bowles, Josie Jewell, Justin Simmons, and even Patrick Surtain or Pat Surtain, Surtain, sorry, the second over the next 6 days. The Broncos aren't close. They need picks to make everything, to make sense and get things going, right? Could this happen? I don't think so. And here's why. I want to bring up my good mates, Gage from Denver Broncos Syndicate, right? So he did a really good video. So check this video out for the next minute, and I'll react to it straight after.
And now the common belief going around the internet is that Pat Surtain is available for trade for the Denver Broncos, and that the Broncos would be willing to part ways with him for ridiculously low compensation. I've seen like a first and a second round pick, and the Broncos would have to give Pat Surtain and a third round pick. That's absolutely ridiculous. I saw a Steelers fan that wanted to offer a first, 2 second round picks, their left tackle Dan Moore, who's okay, but the Broncos don't have any left tackle issues right now. Garrett Bowles is playing fine. He wanted to throw Mitch Trubisky in there, and I think a 5th round pick for Pat Surtain and Justin Simmons. This isn't Madden, guys. This is real life. Pat Surtain is the best corner in the NFL. He's the best player at his position. There is no reason why the Denver Broncos would trade away, if we're being honest, the one and only proven young player that they have, the one piece, the one foundational brick that the Denver Broncos have going into this rebuild is Pat Surtain.
100%, and I agree with Gage there from Denver Broncos Syndicate. So shout out to you, Gage, mate. You're doing fantastic work. You do Broncos videos every single day. You know your team, and you know that the Broncos aren't going to trade away Patrick Surtain, for something small or something like, the Trubisky was involved in the trade, right? They're not going to do that. Now, there was another tweet I saw from another Broncos guy that you brought up in the video. Not this one here first. So as Benjamin Albright says, it would take 2 first-rounders and probably another Pro Bowl caliber player to get the conversation started. All right, and that's what Gage talked about. So he's from Denver Broncos Syndicate. He's a fan like us here on Steeler Nation. We know our team, and look, I know a lot of Steeler fans want to see a big trade happen by Omar Carr to fix the secondary and make them a Super Bowl team. Now, if it does happen, I will be shocked, and I'll be like, okay, let's effing go. Let's fight. Let's figure something out, and the Steelers will have a chance to really shore up the secondary. But I don't think it will, because as he says here, it's going to be 2 first-rounders and probably another Pro Bowl to get the phone call ringing, right? And this all kind of stemmed from to another Steelers fan too. Shout out to Jared Kane too. I follow your stuff on Twitter. If you do find this on the internet through YouTube or Steelers Nation Australia, shout out to you, man, because I always follow your stuff. I really like your content on Twitter. He's a massive fan. This guy's a massive fan for the Steelers. But he does say, would you trade a 2024 first and a 2025 first, Mitchell Trubisky, Dan Moore for Patrick Surtain II? Now, Steeler fans might do that. They might trade away 2 first picks, a backup quarterback in Trubisky, because not many Steeler fans like what he does for the team. I'm still a bit below average on Trubisky. I'm not a big fan of his, but if he has to go into a game, please win a game, please. And also, a lot of Steeler fans aren't that high on Dan Moore, and if you were to get rid of Dan Moore, you'd have Jones step up into the role, right? But sometimes we've got to think about, what does the other side want? Do they want to have? Of course, they would love to have 2 first-round picks, right? But do the Broncos want to have Trubisky? And do the Broncos want to have Dan Moore? Is that a need for the Broncos to have Trubisky there? You also have Russell Wilson. I think he's sticking around, right? So he'd be your first quarterback. Then Trubisky would be your backup. And of course, you'd have either Dan Moore trying to start or be a backup left tackle. So sometimes you have to think about, what do the Denver Broncos want in this case, right? Anyways, guys, that's kind of the video today, talking about Pat Surtain. I don't think it's certain. I actually think, by the way, if you made it this far, I don't think the trade deadline ends in a few days. I believe it's like after Halloween or it's after like 28th of October, or a few days away. So I actually don't think the Steelers are going to make a trade. We're down to the last, I think, 48 hours, 3 days to go. I feel like the team is kind of set, and where we are, we just got to work with, and the players have to get better. Levi Wallace, Peterson, we got to start, start seeing JPJ have more reps. And the whole theory about should he start, should he not start? Well, he's getting more reps than Levi Wallace anyway. So in a certain amount of time, it's going to happen. JPJ is going to start. Peterson's going to play more in the slot, and you'll see Levi Wallace play the other side with him. You'll see the three blokes on the field at the same time. That's what you're going to see. That's what I reckon anyway. Anyways, guys, thank you for checking out Steelers Nation Australia. I don't think it's going to happen. Pat Surtain, he'll stay with the Broncos unless the Steelers made a crazy move and sent all these picks to get a guy over here. He's going to remain a Bronco for the rest of his contract because our mate Gage talked about it, and so did another Broncos insider, Benjamin Albright, said you need 2 first-rounders and a Pro Bowl caliber player. I don't think the Steelers are going to do that. So we'll find out the next few days when the trade deadline is over and done. But from this Steelers fan, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll see you later.